Hello everybody, it's your boy Muse, and today we're gonna be doing an account review since we finally reached the whole year, even though I've only been playing for like 5 months, and we are caught up with the Spectro and Havoc characters. So this is the perfect time to do an account review. Now we're doing it at the Phasalia house because that's who we're aligned with. Yes, we chose the Phasalias for obvious reasons. Let's go ahead, dive right into our account. First things first, as you can see, I got 60 pulls, 10 pulls here, 60 pulls for, well, the plan is I'm saving for Prolova. However, during the next half, I'm going to throw enough wishes into the Rochia banner for me to get 360 coral, which shouldn't be much. Which shouldn't be much because I honestly just need like 104. So yeah. And then as for the weapon banner, I was hoping I would have more saved by now, but we'll throw whatever we have left over here at the Jinshi weapon. But we're not here about pulling plans. We are here for the account review. All right, let's do this.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Let me try and go in order of everyone we collected in a row, right? So that means Muse is first. As you can see, here's his stats. I miss the days where he was a DPS. Oh, he had the most glorious stats. But as of right now, he is support, and I'm not mad at it. He has 65 crit rate, and he gains like 15 crit rate off of his skill. So pretty much 80 crit rate, but his crit damage is no longer what it used to be. Sad times, sad times. Alright, we got him his weapon back. He had to switch with Camellia for a while, but we managed to get a second one. Now, from now on, we're going to be wishing for more, and we're just going to superimpose Camellias. I don't know what is this? What is it called to rank up? Synchronize? You know what? I'm just going to call it ranking up. We're going to rank up Camellia's sword because she's our DPS, so she matters more. I mean, I low-key want to get Dungeon a copy, but I'll leave it alone. Alright, then of course our Echoes. I had to go ahead with the 44111 because I was not feeling his healing bonus. So I went ahead and gave him a second one. I really need him for the heals. We have Phoebe and Zani for damage. I don't need more damage. I need the heals. Everything's at 8 because as you can tell, all my people are on level 80. We are almost ready to go up a world level and start raising everyone to level 90. I've stayed at this world level for a while because as you can tell, I have way too many characters in under 5 months worth of time. I had to build them all.
Anything I can. The tides have whispered of your arrival.
And of course, he is at C6. Alright, so after Rover, the person we got was Vegan Bubbles. Listen, I was so happy with Vegan Bubbles' stats because we had 0 crit rate, 0 crit damage on her. Like, 0 added crits on her. Now she has 15 extra crit. I'm so salty. I'm so salty. I'm really just trying to keep her with attack and energy regen. We've got some work to do on her. Next, she's got the Cosmic Ripples. She's very happy with this weapon. She does a decent amount of damage with this weapon. And like I said, I don't really look at her for damage. Alright. Next, of course, we got the healing set on her. Everything's been... Oh, wow. Hold on now. Is that a 6 on the intro skill? How? Okay, at least we got the stuff. We're just missing just missing the little pine cone. All right. And then we have her at S2. I never mind losing my 50-50s to Verena because I want Verena to be the best that I could possibly have her. I hate when I lose my 50-50 to everyone else except Jianshin. If I get a copy of Jianshin, that would be great. Not to use or anything because clearly Spectral Havoc only, but I like Jianshin. I thought I would main her when I got this game, but that wasn't in the plans, even though she does technically fulfill the challenge, just like Carthy. The whole yin-yang vibe, that's perfect, but she's not Spectral nor Havoc, so this is not about Jianshin, this is about my account. After Verena, the person we got was Donjin. As you can see, S6. She is on the low priority side of getting the Fortes done. As soon as we get Consorella done, we're going on to Shorekeeper. And then after Shorekeeper, we will finish off the 4 stars. And then we will finally go up a world level. As you can see, I put her on the support set. I low-key want to move her onto the DPS set because the only times I ever use Donjin is like the lower half of the Tower of Adversity, but I don't even use her there anymore because I have 3 complete teams. However, I do want Donjin to contribute, so I will be using her for the like level 1 half of Towers of Adversities. We got the Endless Collapse on her. And then here's her stats. I would like to raise her crit rate maybe up by maybe 15-ish, 12-ish. No, not 12, gross. That would only put her at 70. 17-ish, yeah. I like a good 75, 80. And then, as long as her crit damage touches 200, I'm happy, but yeah, we have some work to do. But like I said, she's lower priority. But I will say she's my first daughter. Verena is more like my apprentice.
Sometimes I get
She's
a
my
little
first
carried
daughter.
away in battles.
Alright, so
I didn't
after
startle you, did I?
Donjin, the person we got is my favorite daughter. Do not tell Donjin that. Alright, so next, we have a perfect 75 crit rate. 224 crit damage, so I'm not mad at that. Her attack could be a little higher. We'll work on that later. I think her energy regen is okay. It might need to be a little bit higher, just a little bit. But it procs when it procs. I think an extra 10% will do. I love how she peers behind that suitcase. But yeah, I went ahead and got her the Battle Pass weapon. I'm debating whether or not I want the other 2 ranks for this Battle Pass weapon. I don't really want to buy any more Battle Pass. I don't feel like it's worth. And even though she's my favorite daughter, I just don't feel like buying Battle Pass right now. Anyways, moving on. We have her on Midnight Veil because she's gonna stick to a Havoc team. She's gonna stay with Camellia, so there's no need to give her the same set as Donjin. We have her at all 8s. And I want to get her up to Sequence 2. Sequence 2 seems like a good stopping point. Hopefully this game does not give me too many more Spectral Havoc characters, because if I could get more sequences on my characters, I would love that, rather than having to save for the next character. But yeah, we're chasing 2 sequences for Rochia as of this moment. Now, the next person we got is Tao Chi, and as you can see, we have 3 sequences on her. She is the lowest priority on my account, even though she's on Jinshi's team. Unlike Donjin, Donjin is teamless right now, but Tao Chi, lowest priority. And I should probably change that since Tao Chi is actually on a team. But Contarella's doing so good. Anyways, moving on. We went ahead, put her on the Moonlit Clouds. We got her on the Discord, which must be working beautifully well because every time I switch on to Tauchi, her burst is ready. Now, as you can see here, her crits are kind of abysmal. Her attack is abysmal. Her defense, I don't even know if that's really good, but it's serviceable. And her energy regen is the greatest on this account. Not the greatest like number-wise, but her burst stays ready. I like it. I love it. After Tauchi, we got...
May I pray for anything specific for you?
Jinshi.
It would be my honor.
Now, Jinshi is the only member of our squad that I actually had to drop some funds on. I did not want to lose my chance to get a Jinshi, and thank God that I picked her up because she was the DPS of my account for the longest. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like Spectral Rover would have done a decent enough job being the DPS, or if I felt like making him Havoc Rover and team up with Rochia, he would have done just fine until we picked up Phoebe or someone else. However, I had to pick up Jinshi, and I did not regret it. Now, her stats, not too impressive. She's rocking the 76 crit rate over 180, and you know how I feel about having less than 200 crit damage. I want a little more. I like her attack. That's why I want to go after Jinshi's weapon. If we were to get our hands on her weapon, she would be a whole lot stronger, and we could start giving her some more crit damage through her echoes. Of course, we have to go ahead with the Celestial Light. Now, here's the thing. I want to switch out Zhuyi for Hecatite or Hecate, but I don't want to ruin the aesthetics of Jinshi. So Zhuyi is just going to have to stay there, right? She's been maxed out to all 8s. In fact, she was the first one to hit all 8s. I'm not too interested in getting Jinshi sequences. If I get lucky or have an abundance of pulls, maybe, but I am more concerned with getting Camellia some sequences, and the two people I want to have sequences over everyone else is Rochia and Shorekeeper. So we'll see how I feel in the future. However, if I feel like she's falling off a little bit, I'll probably go after some sequences. Who knows? Now, after Jinshi, we have Phoebe, and Phoebe is one of the people I am proud of because look, she is sitting at 77 crit rate. You know what that means. 97 crit rate. Beautiful. Alright, that crit damage is also looking just as beautiful. Then we managed to get her weapon. You should have seen the video. I said we weren't going to go after her weapon, but after getting demolished in Tower of Adversity so many times, I had to go ahead and get the weapon, and it did get me 2 more crests than when I started. Alright, so I think it was a good investment, and I feel like once I actually hit level 90, Tower of Adversity should get a little easier. I think I'm only having a major problem in Tower of Adversity because I'm under leveled, but who knows? I can't tell if I'm under leveled or skill issue. I like to think it's skill issue because I should be able to dodge, but I'm probably not doing enough damage in time either. So, moving on, we of course have her on Internal Radiance. Now, some people might say to put her on Moonlit, on the Moonlit set, but I'd rather have her as a sub DPS than a complete support. Next, we have her at all 8. Beautiful. All right. And I hear that she is really good for Zani if she has 2 sequences. So I might put her as the 3rd priority for sequences. As much as I want to grab a sequence right now, I'd much rather have Rochia have 2 sequences because Rochia's team is weaker than Zani's team. Zani carries this team beautifully, and anytime I need a better healer, I just swap Rover for Verena. So we're doing fine with this team. There is no need to go overkill. Now, the last time I said that, this game put me in my place. But no, there is no need to go overkill as of this moment. We will wait for her rerun, or we will wait until Rochia gets her 2 sequences. All right, moving on.
I will be there for everyone.
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Next is Camellia. Now, before I enhanced Phoebe, I was the most proud of Camellia's stats. Now there's 2 people over her. I'm so sorry, Camellia. Listen, I still love you, all right? So she's sitting at 64 crit rate. We could get that a little bit higher, but her crit damage 258. I like it. I love it. Now, does 300 crit damage exist? If it does, I need to seek it. I would like to get her attack up to 2k. But it's a little hard because most of her echoes have double crit. I would like to get her more Emerald of Genesis swords. Of course, we got her on Havoc Eclipse. Beautiful. And I prefer Dreamless over Crownless. And the fact that I could just crank my burst and then just have Dreamless just zip zap, that it feels better that way. She's completely aided. She was the 2nd person to get complete 8s because I value my DPSs over everyone else. Then I value my supports. Then I value my healers and yaze. All right. So, yeah, I would like to get Camellia up to sequence 6 because she is the reason for my account. Her and Zani, I would like to get them some sequences. I would get Camellia sequences before I get Zani because, like I said, Zani carries my account right now. Camellia is right behind her. So, if I, just to keep Camellia up to date, I would get her sequences. Maybe she's like 4th priority on the list. Now, after Camellia, we have Contarella. Now listen, I love Contarella because she was the first person to beat the 50-50. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a couple early people after losing the 50-50, but I still lost those 50-50s. Contarella decided to be my first 50-50 win, and I am ever so grateful. That's why I'm a Facilia family member. Not only that, but because she is a Havoc character, so she falls in line with my account. That's why I am a Facilia supporter. All right, next we have her stats. I am actually impressed with her crit rate because I've been trying to build energy regen on her and healing bonus, so I have not built into her crit stats, but her crit stats are pretty decent for someone who I am building as a support. I want her to be complete support because I need her, Genshi, and in the future Prolova to work together, and I need her to be the healer of that team. Now, I will say this, Contarella is my 2nd favorite healer. Verena is my 1st, which is shocking because Shorekeeper is supposed to be this amazing healer, right? Well, I think Shorekeeper is just amazing because she gives you free crit. I don't like Shorekeeper's heals, but Contarella's 2nd best heals keeps my Genshi alive. I love it. Alright, so next we have her with the energy regen weapon. Like I told you, I prefer her energy regen and... Hey, don't do that. I prefer her energy regen and healing bonus over her damage potential, right? And I like this weapon because after casting Resonance Liberation, she gains healing bonus, which is perfect because what I like to do is ult and then go into the hold attack that leads me into healing. So yeah, for the next 15 seconds, she is healing my team beautifully. I would like to get more copies of Call of the Abyss. Next, we have her on the Rejuvenating set. You already know why I want that healing bonus. Okay, and it increases the whole party's damage, even though that doesn't matter because she swaps straight into Genshi anyways. we are almost done here. We really just need to complete this last piece right here. And I will do that tomorrow once I have more resin. But yeah, once we have this last piece completed, we can work on Shorekeeper. Next, she has no sequences. However, I would like to get her 4th sequence because she has more healing bonus, okay? But I'm not desperate for that healing bonus because like I told you guys, she's healing pretty well. However, if we were to get this healing bonus, we could probably start building crit on her. Actually, let me check that. 26%. Yeah, we could drop this and then just put crit on it. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. All right. After Contarella, we have
Understood. I am here to
Shorekeeper.
serve your will.
Now, as you can see, we are almost done getting Shorekeeper to the proper energy regen levels. I still have to work on her echoes. I've been trying to give her as much crit damage and energy regen and HP as possible. I'm impressed that her HP is almost at 30k. Next, we have the variation on her. I did give her Cosmic Ripples for a bit, but I am more concerned with Shorekeeper having enough energy regen, so I went ahead and gave her the variation. And Shorekeeper's weapon is definitely on my list of must-haves. In fact, as soon as I get Jinchi's, we're going after Shorekeeper, unless Shorekeeper's rerun comes back first after the anniversary. Who knows? But I don't think Shorekeeper's rerunning anytime soon. Next, we have her on the Rejuvenating Glow set, of course. I might want to change Mr. Punchman to the turtle, but Shorekeeper seems to do pretty well without the turtle. I have a problem with Rover, Contarella, slightly Verena when it comes to them needing some defense in order to heal. But Shorekeeper, she has that emergency dodge and it comes in clutch, kind of. When I'm actually playing properly, it comes in clutch. As you can see, we almost have Shorekeeper done here. She just has 3 slots that need to be aided, and then she needs to collect 2 sets of HP. And we're done with her. So next week, because I already did the weekly bosses this week, next week we will be hunting down more Jue. And it doesn't really look like we need that much Jue. Probably just need a fighter 3 to 4 times. And Shorekeeper will be complete. Then it's off to fighting the Dreamless several times for the other 2 4-stars that need to be completed. Now, my goal was to just get 1 sequence of Shorekeeper. However, I am hearing that her 2nd sequence is decent. Oh yeah. She buffs party members. Yeah, that's actually good. Because she's already doing that, right? She's already giving free crit. She's already giving buffs off her rejuvenating set. So if she were to give 40% more attack to every party member, oh, that'd be really nice. Especially since her party member is Camellia. This sounds good too. I still don't know what's the difference between Concerto and whatever else. Oh, we need this. We need this, please. Jeez, we need some healing bonus, please. I think S4 is where I would want to stop. Yeah. Alright, so S4 is where I'd want to stop on Shorekeeper, but she's doing good. Yeah, I like this game. It's so easy to get sequences. If it wasn't for the fact that I was trying to fill out my roster, I probably could have gotten 1 more set of sequences from the Coral, but I had to use some Coral as Radiant Tides in order to fulfill the roster, and I do not regret it. Because we have everyone. We are caught up. We're good to go. Alright. So after Shorekeeper, we have the one, the only, the grand finale.
Anything I can help you with?
Zani. Now, I want to say I am the most proudest of Zani because she has 20k attack. Oh, wait, 20k. Whoa. 2000 attack. She has, I think her energy regen needs to go up a bit, but I think she's been ulting pretty consistently, right? And then she has 74 crit rate. So you know what that means. It's really 94 crit rate. Beautiful. With the 255 crit damage, just 3 under Camellia. I like it. I love it. Next, we managed to get her weapon off the first wish. It was literally the first wish. Beautiful. And then we got her on the internal radiance set. I do want to spruce it just a bit. I feel like her teddy bear can easily be changed out with something else. Yeah, 6 crit rate, 16 crit damage. We can find like a 7, 8, 9 crit rate and an 18 crit damage. Yeah. What else we have here? Oh, whoa. I'm over here roasting her bear, but her wolf needs to be swapped out immediately. Yeah, the wolf is going to be the first to go. Now this one I love. I love this piece. Dear Lord, 9 crit rate, 17 crit damage, some energy regen, liberation. I don't even know if liberation matters, but good to go, right? And then we have double crit rate on this bad boy, yeah, with some attack percentage, really good to go. Then we have double crit on this bad boy with some attack percentage, energy regen. I like it here. Now, I wish the crit damage was a little higher, but we'll take it until I get a better double crit piece. But yeah. So far, love her pieces. These two could easily be upgradable once we find those pieces. So yeah, I will be mining forever. Next, she is all aided. I believe she was the 3rd, if not 4th person to get triple 8s. Like, guys, I'm telling you, it's just recently that I've finally been able to chill out, get everybody built up and ready to go. Like I had told y'all during my summoning video, since we finally have a break between summoning, we won't be going after anyone next patch. We can finally get this account up to date. No sequences, but like I said, her and Camellia, I would like to get them to sequence 6 because they are the reason for my account. Prolova is the same thing. I would like to get her to sequence 6 because, to be honest, Prolova feels like my canon girl. All right, I'm smitten by Prolova. All right. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great 5 months, but I'm happy to be up to date. So now I don't feel like I have to frantically save for other characters. And now I just sit down, chill. We'll get enough pulls. We're gonna be fine. Weapons, not so much, but characters, yes. But enough babbling. Thanks for watching. I don't get too many visitors, so I appreciate the people who show up. Good night.
See you later, too.